Hello everyone, my name is Shubhajit and today we will be discussing about one of the higher order functions in JavaScript, that is reduce. So the reduce higher order function is applied on arrays in JavaScript. So here, as you are able to see, we have a numbers array consisting of 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, these 5 elements. Okay, so what reduce method does is it will actually parse through all over the array, and whatever callback function we have applied inside the reduce method, this will be running for each and every element, and it will be returning, accumulating us the value, and at the end we will be getting a single value out of it. So reduce means reducing or accumulating the whole array into a single value. That single value can be the multiplication of all the numbers of this array, that is 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5. That can also be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, that is sum of all the numbers. So let's say for now, uh, take it as the sum of all numbers. So let's say I have taken a sum variable, and this sum variable will contain the sum of all the numbers. So there are basically two methods to this. One is using a for loop. We can have a for loop. This sum variable we can have, and we can parse over through the numbers array with a for loop. And for each element, we will add the sum to that. Sum plus is equals to this element, then this element. In that way, we will get the sum as the sum of all the numbers in the array. One more method is the reduce method, which we will be discussing today. So let me show you the signature of that function. So there are basically two variants here. The first one is with the help of an initial value, and the second one is with the help without an initial value. What do I mean by that? So let's say I am taking an initial value of 0. I'm taking an initial value of 0, and that initial value will be passed here. So inside the reduce method, we will have this callback function which is mandatory, and this initial value which is optional. Okay, let me define the callback function, and this callback function takes two arguments, accumulator and current value. I will explain you what these are. Just let me code it out, and then we can understand all the things, all the steps which are present here. Okay, and console log sum. Okay, this is done. So inside the reduce method, we have a callback function and an initial value as 0. Okay, now, now inside the callback function, so what this reduce method will do, this reduce method will actually call the callback function for each and every element inside the array, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and based on those calls, what will be the value of accumulator and current value, that we will see, and how the reduce method actually reduces whole of this array into a single number and return it to sum. That how it does, we will also see. Let me simulate the steps what are happening. So first step, so in the first step, when initial value is defined, the first time whenever the callback function is called, the accumulator will be equal to the initial value, and the current value will be equal to the first value in the array. So what I'm saying here, the I will take the ACC as accumulator. So accumulator will be the initial value, and CURR as the current value. Current value is the first value in the numbers array, which is 1. Okay, what it will return, as you see inside the callback function, it will return, okay, it will return us accumulated plus current value, that is 0 plus 1, that is 1. Okay, now when the second time, when the second time the callback function is called, it passes the accumulator and current value. What will be the value of accumulator and current value? So whatever previously the value we have returned, that is whatever previously the value we have returned from the function, that now will be present as the accumulator, and the current value will be the next element in the array, that is 2. Okay, so what it returns? It returns 3. I hope you have understood the pattern now. So the third time, in the third step, what will be the value of accumulator? The value of accumulator will be 3. That is whatever is returned from the previous callback function call. And the current value will be the next value in the array, that is 3. What is the output? The output is 6. Okay, let's have the fourth step now. I will go fast because you know it. The last step has returned 6. The next value is 4 in the array and it returns 10. And now it is the last step because it is the last value in the array. So accumulator value is 10 because it has returned 10 from the last step, as you see here. Then current value is 5, so 10 plus 5 is 15. If you do 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, you will be able to see that it's 15. So these are the steps through which the reduce method is actually able to reduce this whole numbers array into a single value and store it in sum. And if you run this whole function, you will be able to see that what is the output. Okay, yeah, 15. Okay, so 15 is coming. I think the error was coming because it was not saved. So now after saving, the 15 output is coming. So this is working fine. So this is the first variant where initial value is defined. If initial value, let's say, is not defined, which is optional, and we might not define it, let's remove this initial value. In that case, what will happen? There will be certain changes. Now the array will not now the reduce function will not run to equal to the number of elements in the array. It will actually run one time less. What I'm saying is that it will run for 4 times, that is 5 minus 1. Why? Because whenever the callback function is first called, when initial value is not present, in that case the accumulator is the first value, the current value is the second value in the array. So for the first step here, the accumulator will be 1, the current value is 2. You can see that first two values are actually traversed or like evaluated or parsed in the first traverser only. So it will return 3 here. Okay. Now for the second step, accumulator value will be 3 and the current value, this current value will be the next value, that is 3, because 1 and 2 have been parsed. 1 and 2 have been passed, now it will be 3. And I hope you will be able to understand now that why it runs for 4 steps. That is n minus 1 steps, not 5 steps. Okay, 6. So third step, accumulator value is 6, current value is 4, it will return 10. For the next step, the accumulator value is 10, current value is 5, and the output is 15. And the last step will not be running. And it returns 15. It will be stored in the sum array. We can see that output 15 is coming. Hope you are able to understand this, how the steps inside the reduce function are going on, how we are doing this, how the reduce function is running inside, and both the variants with the initial value, without the initial value I have explained you. So hopefully this video is helpful for you guys. Thanks a lot for watching this. If you have any doubts, please put them in the comment section. I will be really happy to help. Thank you.